welcome to another P9 production. This is yours truly, and it is Friday, April the 12th, 2024, and I am here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Another Chattanooga video. This is downtown Chattanooga. Actually, this is south of downtown, and I'm over here right in front of the Chattanooga Convention Center. And then I'm gonna be making my way down Carter Street. Right now I'm at the corner of West 13th and Carter Street, over here by the State Bridge Suites Hotel. It is 1:40 in the afternoon. It's a partly cloudy, slightly windy, pretty nippy out here today. A lot chillier than I thought it would be, but it's bearable. Still a nice day to go filming and walking, so here we go. So again, I'm coming to you from the Convention Center of Chattanooga, just slightly south of the city center on Carter Street. This is the convention center right here, and I remember when I was in the 12th grade and when I was in high school living in Atlanta, we actually took a senior trip to Chattanooga, and I remember we actually had, I can't remember what it was, exactly what it was we were here for, but I remember we spent a couple of days in Chattanooga, and we actually had like some form of event that took place right here in this building. So I do have a little bit of familiarity with the city. I've been to Chattanooga on more than one occasion, multiple occasions. I love it here. It's a beautiful city. Only an hour and 40-minute drive from Huntsville, Alabama. And it might be a little over, I think it's like a little over an hour, maybe like an hour 20, hour and 15-minute drive from Atlanta. And you know, and that varies because of, you know, the traffic that you have to deal with in ATL. But I always thought Chattanooga was one of the nicest looking mid-sized cities in the country. Goes the Marriott Hotel. Got your bike. Got your QR code activated bicycles right here. It seems like every major city has these bicycles that they provide or at least allow you to rent. I always thought that was pretty neat. Chattanooga downtown. As you can see right here, the riverfront for the Tennessee River is a little less than a mile's walk. So that's pretty cool. Extremely windy out. When I checked the report, it looks like it's going to get, at the most in Chattanooga today, 65. Bank of America building right here. Fun fact, this is actually the city where the late great Hall of Fame NFL defensive tackle Reggie White grew up. Reggie White played for the Green Bay Packers. I think before that he played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Call him the Minister of Defense because every time he sacked somebody, he would sack somebody, then pray for him right after he sacked. Long live the legend Reggie White. Now we made it to the core of downtown, the city center. Building right here. It goes right across the street over here. It's called the Reed House. Looks like it's a hotel. I think it's like a really old hotel. You can tell by the brick and the structure of it. The building was built in the late 1800s, around 1872 to be exact. Right here at the corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Broad Street. Broad Street being like the major thoroughfare in downtown. We walk a little further down this way. Then I'm gonna circle back and go down Broad Street. How you going? Said this sun is really playing peekaboo today. It's like the sun is out right now, but it's no telling how long it's gonna stay out. Make this worthwhile. Yeah, so now we're at the corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Market Street. Now I'm in the part of the city known as the Innovation District. So I would assume this would be a part of the city where there are a lot of like paintings, sculptures, museums, things of that nature. And another thing about Chattanooga is known for its like high-speed internet connections, you know, fiber optics and Wi-Fi. So you come out to Chattanooga, you might get the best, like the highest quality of internet service due to its availability of fiber optics out here. And this park right here is known as the Miller Park. It's like a circular patch of grass right here. It's well shaped more like a rectangle, but it's a beautiful green space. And you can see right here, this building in the back is the U.S. courthouse, or excuse me, U.S. post office and courthouse. So it functions as a federal courthouse and a postal service building. That building right over there. Building right over here looks like it's, you know, a bunch of like beige colored bricks. It's called the Miller and Martin, well, at least that's what it's, the Miller and Martin building. So it's an office building, but it's actually called the Volunteer State Life Building. Right now I'm at the corner of MLK Boulevard and Georgia Avenue. This area is called the Miller Plaza, right up in here. There's nothing going on right now because it's the middle of a work day, but a couple of restaurants. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and cut through here. This is called the Waterhouse Pavilion right here. This building is actually a nicely architected building. So let me get a little bit closer. Building right here. Walking down Market Street, and here comes the First Horizon building, one of the taller buildings in the downtown Chattanooga district. It's an abandoned storefront right here. Giorgio store, so you can come over here, get your suit game up. It's the United Way building right here of the greater Chattanooga area right here. It actually used to be the site of a Presbyterian church. This out. Some nice little sculptures right here. Goes a Regions Bank building. I'm over here by Government Building. This is the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. This is actually a Hamilton County Chattanooga courthouse right here. As you can see right over here. Go ahead and cross over here on East 6th Street and then make my way towards Broad Street. All right, approaching Broad Street, walking down 5th Street. So it's going to be a lot of restaurants going down Broad Street as I make my way towards like the Tennessee Aquarium and a lot of the, you know, in the Riverfront district in general. So we're almost there. Now, on my last visit to Chattanooga, I actually did a video walking down Broad Street, and I actually went into the Moon Pie store, So a lot of this is already kind of like rehashed, but see across the street over there, there's the Moon Pie building, or the Moon Pie store rather. There's like a Rocket Fizz and a pinball store. And here goes Sticky Fingers restaurant and bar right here. Of course, ribs are a huge thing in Tennessee. As you can see right now, we're in the Riverfront district. But only a couple of blocks away from the Tennessee River. Some construction going on right here on Broad Street, and they're building an Embassy Suites hotel, which is slated to open up in 2025. And when I saw it from afar walking down Broad, I figured it was more than likely going to be a hotel. To help bolster the city's economy, tourism economy. As we approach West 3rd Street. goes an AMC theater over there. It's nice that they have a theater situated downtown. But right around this area, you're gonna see a lot of hotels, restaurants, as it is right in the Riverfront district. A lot of nice things to do for, you know, for the family. Nice place to bring your family. This building right here is actually what's called High Point Climbing and Fitness. And here goes a Mellow Mushroom restaurant. Got a Ben & Jerry's right here. Go ahead and cross over here. And here we are at the Tennessee Aquarium. As you can see right here. And there goes the structure right there. I always thought it had one of the most interesting architectural structures I've ever seen. It looks like those are like charter buses right there. You know, this part of the city generally attracts a lot of visitors and tourists. As you can see right here, National Medal of Honor Heritage Center. Just made my way down Aquarium Way, and now I'm back on Market Street, the part of Market Street that is right by the Riverfront. Let me go down this way. This is a ticket. This is actually the ticket box right over here where you can purchase tickets for the IMAX shows. They have a lot of IMAX 3D shows that show a lot of aquatic themed movies and showcases, you know. So they have a lot of shows about like the blue whales, great white sharks, you know, polar bears, anything related to the aquatic life. That's what you'll see in 3D at the IMAX theater. And here's the main part of the Tennessee Aquarium right here. The entrance to the river journey.